cardboard protection. What?
Ah, that is a good cup of pumpkin spice coffee right there. But was it really made by this coffee maker?
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Brandon Rapola. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. We are going to be looking at a coffee maker. Thank you, GREECHO. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, for sending us this lovely coffee maker, actually, to do a review on. We've got the blue version here. They offer different colors, but they send us the blue version. We have the GCM01 version here. This coffee maker can do both K-cup and ground coffee. So that way, you know, you don't have to have just a K-cup in your coffee maker. Even though this does kind of look like a Keurig kind of design, but it's, you know, you can also put ground coffee in it. So 48 ounce removable water reservoir, and I like that it's removable, so that way you don't have to drag your whole thing and then go fill it up and then drag your whole coffee maker back. Because I know at home I have a little cheap Amazon K-cup Keurig, and in order for me to put water in it, I have to fill my coffee cup to the perfect amount, then pour it into the coffee maker, which I know, if you know, pouring a coffee cup of water into something is just, it just doesn't go your way most of the time. So I end up spilling half of my water, then I got to refill it back up. You know, it's just a hassle. So 5 customized cup volumes, anywhere from 16 ounces to 14 ounces, 60-second auto shut off. So that way you don't have to go over there and press the power button. It'll automatically shut off after it's not being in use. And then it has a self-cleaning mode. Let's go ahead and get into this box, guys. I'm going to need something to take this tape off. Just kidding, guys. We got our box cutter here, and we are greeted with the owner's manual here of the coffee maker, and we get a 1-year service warranty. So you're definitely going to want to go and register your product here from GREECHO. Let's get into it. So I'm going to carefully do this. That was a bad idea to start with, but let's go ahead and take this out of its packaging. It's a big box. We're not going to toss that because we could break something. Anyways, here we are. Let's take this power cord out of the way, and then we're going to take off this top little cardboard protection. What? I like that design already. Look at that finish. Oh my goodness. That is just beautiful to look at. So let's take out the other cardboard part here. We're going to be careful with our coffee machine. We are presented with this coffee machine, guys. So as you guys, I don't know if you guys heard that, but the actual bottom of the coffee maker comes with suction cups. So that way it's not going to be, you know, rocking back and forth here. And then on the side here, we'll just take a look at the side as we got it right here. You have your power button right here, your on and off switch. And then it obviously gives you your amount of ounces of water you got inside your machine here. And then if we look at the other side, same thing, both windows on other sides, so that way your coffee maker doesn't have to be in one place for you to view how much water you have in the system here. Obviously, this comes with a removable bottom right here. I'm not going to detape that just because I'm going to be moving around the product, but this actually does remove, and if you lift this right here, you can slide that out as with ease. Now, if we take a look inside the water reservoir, out of its slot right here, it's just a simple slide in, and then you slide out, and there you guys have it. So inside here is the coffee ground filter that we were talking about, that you could put coffee grounds in. So you would take that filter inside there, lift open your K-cup / coffee ground maker here, and there, voila. So this is where you would put your ground coffee in, would be in this container right here. You would take that out, and then you would put it into this little slot right here. And then you have your K-cup holder right here. So then you would put your K-cup in here, and it has a little spike at the bottom, so it pokes that hole in the K-cup. And then you would put that into here like so. You can put it any way you want, doesn't matter. This has 2 levels of filling, so that way, you know, in case you don't want your coffee to be way down here, to make it a little bit smaller, you would just press this in right here and then press down on it. It now has a second level to it. And then obviously you would just pop in your spill tray like so, and boom, it just sits in there nice and easily, just like that. With that being said, we're going to transition over to our little area that I have set up. And then we're going to actually plug in this device, fill it with water, and drink some coffee out of it using K-cup and ground coffee. So with that being said, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you doing that great unboxing. Now let's get to the real test. We're gonna actually brew some coffee for you. I'm gonna show you how simple this is and how simple it is to clean it as well. So when you first get this out of the box, before you brew any cup of coffee that you're gonna personally drink, the first step is going to be to turn on the coffee maker itself. And I've just turned that here with the power switch. And then you want to place a large cup, 10-ounce minimum. Shout out to Movo for always sending us very cool tech, including this very cool coffee mug. And before you brew your coffee, of course, we got to have some liquid in it. So your coffee maker should have made a single beep and just have the dashes symbol there on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off the reservoir, pull it out straight, and I'm going to go fill this up. Here we go, filled up. Now, make sure you do fill it up to either the maximum or the minimum down here. In this case, we're going to be doing at least 10 ounces. So make sure you get a good amount of water in there to do the cleaning cycle. You're only going to have to do this the first time you unbox your coffee maker. Okay, once you have your water in the reservoir here and the lid back on, you're going to open the lid and close it again. Do not put a K-cup in there for this first cleaning brew. Then we're going to touch the size button once, and it'll be the 8 ounces. Push it again, it'll be the 10 ounces. You want the 10 ounces. And then you're going to click the ground button. And this will start the cleaning process. Now, it can take up to 2 minutes to get the water heated up and the first cleaning brew completed. So as soon as that's done, we'll be right back. And here we go. It's starting to steam and starting to emit the water down. Now, this is the first time, again, this is just the cleaning cycle. The company does recommend that you don't use distilled water in this, but there is also descaling instructions inside the manual that you'll have to perform periodically throughout the year. Probably once every 3 to 6 months, you're gonna wanna do a descaling on this machine just to prolong the life of it. You can see that there is some water splashing around. That's one of the things that's really good about this, that we can raise it up. If this was clear down here at the bottom, there would be a lot more water splashing out, but I am noticing a little bit of water splashing out around it. Not too much, but there definitely is a little bit. And there you go. The first cleaning brew is completed as it finishes its cycle there, and that did fill this up. The water is extremely hot, so do be careful with this. Now, for the best part, actually brewing a cup of coffee. Now, this does take ground coffee or K-cups, and I do have some pumpkin spice K-cups right here. It is the season for pumpkin spice. So pumpkin spice coffee is what I'm gonna brew here in this one, and I'm going to go ahead and lift the top, put in the pod, press it down, and then close the lid. And now we are ready to brew this. We're gonna touch the size, and I'm gonna leave it with just 8 ounces. You can do 8 ounces, 10 ounces, 14 ounces, and then we're gonna click on K-cup, which will then immediately start brewing the K-cup coffee. So if you're doing the ground coffee, which we'll do here in a second, you would push the ground button and the K-cup. Now, initially, it might be a little bit confusing because these are touch buttons, so you're literally just touching where it says size, K-cup, and ground. You're not actually pushing any kind of physical buttons. It's really kind of a nice high-tech feeling to the buttons, but we do still have physical places on the coffee maker that we're pushing them. Now, I'm noticing that unlike the straight water without any kind of a K-cup in it, there is little to absolutely no drip or splashing at all. So chances are the splashing was just because there was no K-cup, there was no ground coffee container, which I'll show you here. So this is the ground coffee container that you're going to be using to do ground coffee, which we'll do here in a second. Now, if at any point you want to just stop the brew because you've had enough coffee, you can just push the ground button again or the K-cup button again, either one of those, and it will stop the brew at the place where it's at currently. And we are done. We have a freshly brewed cup of pumpkin spice coffee. It does feel extremely hot, so I am not going to take a taste of this until I put some other things in it to cool it down. So we're going to set that cup off to the side there. Now for the ground coffee, I'm actually going to use this nice coffee thermos. And I'm going to show you here that it's not going to fit there. So we're going to need to adjust the drip tray here. Just lift up on it from both sides, pull out, and then we can go ahead and set it down to the bottom. And now this should fit in there very nicely. We're going to discard the previous K-cup that was in here by simply reaching in and pulling it out. Just pops out like this, and discard that there. And then we want to use the ground coffee container. So for this, we're simply going to open up one of the K-Cups because I don't have any ground coffee here at the office, but we're gonna open up this one. So we've got some ground coffee from this K-Cup, and as you can see here, I just pour this right in. And you're gonna put as much as you want in there, but you would just fill this up with ground coffee, close the lid, and then if you try to just pop it in there with the K-Cup insert in there, it's not going to fit. So be sure to remove the K-Cup little pod and then insert the ground coffee strainer. Go ahead and close the lid. We're gonna push the size, just do 8 ounces. And this time we're going to click on ground. And it will begin to brew. And there we have it. We have a nice fresh thermos full of coffee ready to go. Now I'm gonna taste the coffee that I just brewed earlier because it's probably cooled off enough. Pumpkin spice coffee black. Does the season get any better than this? I know, that was a cheesy line, but I had to throw it in there. All right, let me show you a couple more things here on this. Now, one thing that is nice is it does have little suction cup feet, so I'm sliding this around, but it is staying suction to it. As you can see here, this is about 44 ounces of water that you can put in this, so it really holds a lot of water, super easy to operate. And having these 3 buttons here on the side that are so easy to navigate, it just makes it simple. Your size, K-Cup or ground. Now with this kind of a coffee maker, I would assume you're going to be using mostly the K-Cups, and I've used a variety of other K-Cup coffee maker products, but I love the sleek design of this, how narrow it is. Normally K-Cup coffee makers are big and they're bulky and certainly not stylish looking like this one is here. So I encourage you guys to click the link in the description of this video. That certainly helps this channel out. Check out the current lowest price that you can get this product right now on Amazon. Go click that link right now. As for me, I'm gonna get this set up in my office kitchen so that we can quickly and easily make cups of coffee